All right, season 41 has arrived. Is this going to be the season that Clown goes deathless? No, it's not. I fuck it up in the very first war. So let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. We're going to be facing our buddies here in DSVG. I want to shout out my boy J-Will. I've known him for a really long time. He's a good dude, even if he doesn't like Thai food. This particular war, I'm going to be bringing Miguel, his jockstrap, and Overseer. I'm going to be using Overseer probably a decent amount this season. We had a guy in BG2 that was a wonderful Overseer player. Super Sam did a lot of fights, was awesome. Love that guy. Played with him for years and years and years, but he had to quit the game, and we miss him terribly, but we wish him the best of luck. So yeah, I get a little Overseer action. So let's start off on path 6A. We've got an America Chavez. I'm going to be using this brand new Overseer for this fight, and you've heard me brag in other videos that I have no fear of America. I'm comfortable with her animations and her kit and how to play her. And my overconfidence may have gotten the best of me, because here's one heavy, and yeah, whatever, no big deal. Let's just go ahead and hit her, get her to throw a special one. Nope, instead she throws another heavy, and then another heavy. And, well, fuck. And, oh, yeah, just another heavy as a big sort of FU before she throws her first special one. Now, generally, the way to play her is to sort of bait these special ones and then punish, especially with Overseer because of the retaliation and the special concussions. But that's not happening. She's now got a ton of power. She's got all of her phases active, and I'm backed up in the corner. And in all honesty, during this fight, I had no idea what I was going to do. So I decided that I would just go for it, try to push her to a special 3, tank it because I did have the invulnerability boost. I switch on my cosmic mode, let her throw her special 3. Whew. God bless those invul boosts, man. And then, of course, she's throwing heavies as soon as she gets out of it. And I'm just going to take the Thorns damage because I don't really have any other option and hope that the regen is going to help out a little bit there. But I finished above half a bar of health, which, considering the dangerous situation I put myself in, I'll take it. All right, next up on node 19, the ebb and flow knockdown, we have this Rintrah. I'm an idiot. For whatever reason, I had just thought in my head this was a Mangog. And I even wrote down on the sheet that where we announce our war plans that this was a Mangog. And it's not a Mangog. It's a Rintrah. I don't know what the heck I was doing. So I had just said, oh, I'll oversee it. But then I pulled up to the curb outside the house, saw it was a Rintrah sitting inside. And I was like, man, can Overseer do this fight? Should I go with Miguel? And I thought about it for 45 seconds or so. And debating what I was going to do. But my invul was running out, so I just said, screw it, let's go with Overseer. And yeah, it works fine. Fighting Rintrah is long, and as we can see, we're 40 seconds into the fight. We've done about a third of his damage here, especially on this node where he's going to have some protection shielding. But Overseer, once he gets going, can do some pretty nice chunk damage. I mean, you gotta love those counter heavies just to control his charges. Here I do almost a full combo because I know I'm going to be throwing the special 2. His timer is about to run out, which took away all his charges, which helps. Push him to 3 bars of power. It don't matter because, like I said, I still got that invul going. The only thing about Rintrah's special 3 is that when you come out of this animation, you're going to be backed up against the wall. You just got to be aware of it. So you got to make sure that you're sort of in block and ready to sort of dex whatever. I hit block just to control the fight map, counter heavy, and this fight's over. It's a pretty good Overseer fight. I'm glad that I didn't get scared away. Now we have node 23, this Carl. I had originally signed a Red Hulk to do this fight. It was some poor planning by me and PWF. And that guy, he did fine. It's just too tough an assignment and not an ideal counter. So after talking about it, thinking about it, I decided to do it with Miguel. My thinking here is that between despair and inequity, I would be able to take care of business here as long as I was able to keep a lot of debuffs on Absman. And, the fear in using Miguel here to begin with is the root mechanic on this node, which means you can't do your normal Miguel stuff of just hitting block because you actually have to hit this sucker. But that's fine because I kind of wanted to hit him a little bit just to make sure I got those debuffs. That's why I'm throwing all these special ones, because I want those physical vulnerabilities. That's why I'm heavying, because I want those exhaustions. All those debuffs help me control the regen, because you can see his regen is totally nerfed even when he gets it during this fight by switching forms. So I'm able to clean it up, finish with a full yellow bar of health, which is great. Not something I would want to do under ideal circumstances, but it worked out there. Now we've got this bishop on node 45. We've done this a few times. One time it was super clean. Another time it was, well, a nail biter. And this one leans more towards the former than the latter. I will push him to one special one, which he will throw. But I, don't take too much incinerate damage. And yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with how this fight turned out. I didn't like that, but, what can you really do when he's unblockable special ones, I'd rather eat the damage from the unblockable special one than get tagged by an unblockable special 2 any day of the week. So, yeah, good fight for Miguel. I don't play it particularly great, but I get it done. Next up, I got node 47. I got this Hulkling. It's a Hulkling on Rich Get Richer, but I've got Miguel and his Wither. So I don't really care about Rich Get Richer. And so I'm just going to be hitting block a absolute shit ton. And that will be more than good enough to deal with this Hulkling. So I probably should have sped this fight up. I don't know why I didn't. But I figured you all would enjoy seeing me play a fight cleanly for maybe the only time this season. So you get to revel in one fight in which you think that I might actually know what I'm doing, since I so oftentimes look like I have absolutely no clue how this game works or how the characters interact or any of that sort of good stuff. So yeah, all we're doing is hitting block. We're going to have a nice explosion of ruptures there. I'm going to be dexing attacks to pause the debuffs, and then putting on some more ruptures. And yeah, Hulkling is going to go down very, very, very easily. I was super happy with this fight, and I was so pleased with how well I did against this Hulkling and against this bishop that I went ahead and decided to go ahead and do my next fight right away. And I edited it out, like the duels I had been doing before these fights, just to sort of warm up my fingers. And so I've been playing the game with the video recording for about 10 and a half minutes at this point. And I go into this Nova fight, and it's a pretty straightforward fight. All I'm doing is hitting block and dexing. It's your standard Miguel fight. And because I don't really want to gain power, because that will give him his true focus. And this fight starts off fine, except there are a few points in this fight where I do that. I inadvertently intercept Nova. And that's real dangerous, because obviously he can parry you, stun you, and spoiler alert, that's exactly what happens. Oh, look, there it is. At least he does me the courtesy of not throwing a full 5-hit combo. The problem that I'm having here is that the fight's going fine right now, but I probably needed to hit him a little bit more there just to control the fight map, because I'm back up against the corner. And I make a big tactical error right there in that I throw the SP1, and I did that to sort of increase my damage. And for whatever reason, after this, my controls just feel a little bit wonky. Like I take that heavy there, I don't dex out of that one. I'm having some missed inputs, and now I'm stuck in the corner while he's unblockable, which is like the worst place to be. Here comes the falter. I go ahead and throw the SP2 that I get because I got punched in the face so much, and I'm still having like sticky S controls. I'm not dead yet, but I'm about to be. I mean, yeah. Season 41. Yeah. We'll go ahead and clean up the fight. It's fine. It's not a hard fight. It's just distressing. 41 seasons of war. Not all of them were we pushing, but just never to go deathless, and then to die on a straightforward fight because you make one real bad decision, and then you just get a little unlucky, and it just sucks. So, I haven't died with Miguel in like forever too. So next up, we've got a rank 5 Mangog here on node 54, but I mean, I don't fear a rank 5 Mangog like I don't fear a rank 4 Mangog. It's just going to take a little bit longer to get into the usual sort of rotation, which we do. I do play this one a little bit, a little bit dangerously, and then I almost get him to 2 bars of power with that special 2, but it's enough to reverse his power gain effects with the 3 exhaustions and the 2 withers, so it doesn't really matter. Then after that, it's just the normal Miguel versus Mangog BS. So yeah, that's that fight. It was over almost as soon as the fight started. So that's it for me this war. A disappointing start. I died. I made a bad assignment and we lost. But that's the life of Clown. See you in the next life, Jack.